What's going on, family? My name is Black Feniks, and I'm the owner of HogOn Welding and the founder of HogOn Welding University. And today I wanted to talk to you about Black generational wealth. Yesterday, I witnessed something that was very, very inspiring to me. I actually was in a town where I started having some trouble with my vehicle, and I reached out to my dad, and he knew a guy who was actually lived in the town, who worked on vehicles and probably had some parts that could, if he couldn't help me, he could probably at least point me in the right direction. So I ended up getting the gentleman's son's number first, and I reached out to him, and I ended up going by and went over there to him, and we rolled around and checked out the vehicle. He seen, what was going on. Contacted his dad. Dad came over there. We talked. I knew him when I was younger, so talked to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I got one of those." He was like, "Let me go to the house and get it." He said, "Well, that's 4-wheel drive." I'm like, "Yeah, I got one." So he had everything I needed, fam. Gave me a great deal on it, on getting it, and then I bought the rear end from the father. The son put it in, and the grandson was out there working working on his little plastic truck that was out there. It was cool because he was messing little wrenches, like he was working like his dad, you know what I mean? And it was ironic that the father was able to make money. Then his son, which he passed the trade down to him as a mechanic, actually installed the rear end. And then, it was just a procedure where you seen the generational wealth, and it was built through tradesmanship. One father passed down a mechanic trade to his son. His son now is using it and is passing it down to his son. And then, I was able to come over there and require both services. So both parties was able to benefit. The father made money, the son made money. And I didn't have no problem with paying either of them to do a job. And then they also needed some of my service. And hey, man, I need to get your number so we can be able to network on something I got coming up. So the father needs some structural welding done, and the son wanted to learn welding. He was like, "Man, I need to talk to you about getting to your course because I want to add the welding to my mechanic work." And I was like, "Boy, you get the mechanic and the welding, I'm about to come network with you." So you're gonna be too hard, you know what I mean? But it was just ironic that I got a chance to witness that, family. And I'm not gonna lie, family, it was a profound moment for me. It was like seeing something that I had heard about, but to just witness it in that direction. Now, I know we got to build and actually have some wealth, but to be a tradesman and to be able to pass that down to your son and your grandson, man, it's a wonderful thing. And it can set them up for being independent forever. So, me witnessing that yesterday, fam, getting my truck worked on, getting it fixed, being able to network with that family, seeing how the generation is passed down, how the wealth is being passed down, the knowledge, and it's getting better and better over time. The dad was like this, the son has stepped it up a notch. The grandbaby gonna probably take it to a whole nother level. But we have to start somewhere. And I remember my grandfather saying one time, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you how to fish." We never went fishing, family. You know what I mean? So I'm like, "My grandma, how are we gonna learn to fish?" But what he was telling me, "I'm gonna teach you a trade." And the first trade I learned, family, was how to cut hair. And my grandfather used to be a barber in the military. He was in World War II. And he cut hair in the military, and he cooked and did several other things. And he taught me that, fam. And to this day, I still use it, but I always been able to use the trade. And I was able to get money and make money and keep myself going from the trade he taught me. Let me check in and see what you say. Yeah, mechanic work costs. All on family, exactly. So my guy looked out for me, man. He got me back on the road. Everything works good, sound good, and then I'm able to network with them again. So I had to give them a shout out. If anybody ever come to that town, Dumas, and break down and need some help, them just some good mechanics, man. It was some good guys. You know what I mean? They treated me fair. They did the job, made sure everything was good, and we went to the next level. And I think that's what we have to do. And sometimes we get discouraged because the guys don't know this garage. When you see a person start like Amazon, Apple, they started from a garage. But our community, we started like this. But the white community is praised, and they'll use that picture from the garage inside of their big building that they have. So you remember we started like this. we got to start from somewhere, family. And by him being in that garage yesterday working, on it at his house, man, had all his tools, had what he get going. To me, it was inspiring to know that we got to start somewhere. And that's how we're going to build generational wealth, family. We got to be able to think outside the box, work with one another, pass these skills and trades down so that way our kids and their kids can have something that's solid and structural. You know what I mean? Something they can build off of. So, like I said, I didn't want to come too long, but I did just want to say that we got to start building some generational wealth. We got to start passing down some generational wealth, family. And this is the best way to go. Give me a second real quick. My bad, I can take care of a call real quick. But anyways, fam, just want to talk to you about some generational wealth. I really feel like that's what we got to do, especially in this 2022 year, what we got going on. We got to start building some wealth, fam. We got to start passing down some trades, skills, learn some skills, network with some people, whatever it is you got to do. Buy a trade, take a course, do a class, get some on-the-job training, go ask your uncle, granddad, learn something, fam, that can help us build, because money is paper. It's fictitious. It's a way to control you. But what's really important is tradesmanship. Those who can build things, those who can create things, because that's who the rich give their money to create their ideas. They have an idea, but they can't go out there and build it. They can't bring it to a manifestation themselves. So we have to be able to pass down generational wealth by building things ourselves, by having a strong structure to build things off of, like what I've done with this garage. And the ironic thing is, I can be able to now kill several birds with one stone. I can sit here and I can do classes, I can pull the vehicle in, I can build things, fabricate. I got a nice lay down area, and I also got some stands. So there's a lot of things I can do, but I'm starting here. This is just how I'm starting. And at one point, fam, you can go back on some of my archives. When I started my business, I was in the desert in an RV, and I was building things right outside of my RV. Didn't have no cover or nothing. I'm just doing my thing. So when it comes to building tradesmanships and really having something and passing something down, we got to be able to think outside the box, and we got to be able to pass down some real generational wealth, tradesmanships, welders, carpenters, iron workers, HVAC, plumbers, electricians, drivers, engineers, those things. And the thinkers, we need everybody that can be able to orchestrate business, to help us think outside the box, man, because, we all are a part of the body, but we're different members. So, just because I might be a head, I can't say I don't need the foot or the finger, because once you get the right, you realize you need some of them. You know what I'm saying? So there is no big I and no big, no little you, but we all need one another. In order for us to get ourselves out the bind, we're going to have to start building some wealth, fam. We got to start learning some trades. So invest in tradesmanship, fam. If I can say anything else, invest in tradesmanship. Just wanted to say, and also don't belittle someone, man, from from starting in a small spot. From the beginning, anything can happen. So I'm gonna let y'all go, but truth be told, man, in order for us to build some generational wealth, we gotta have some tradesmanship. We're gonna have to use our hands to build some wealth. Hold on, y'all be blessed.
Yo, you ain't got no, nothing like no battery charge.